inspired. I'm inspired.
Hey there guys, how's it going? My name is Sumedh Chatterjee from the Flow Zone Academy, and I'm a flow state coach, which means that I help you feel better and perform better. Today I'm talking about mantras and affirmations, okay? What is the difference between the two? How can you use mantras and affirmations effectively, okay? So I got this question very recently, and I thought I'd make a video about it. A lot of people confuse these two words. Essentially, a lot of people like to clump them up as the same thing, and I would have to agree in a sense where they are the same thing. However, there's some major differences between the two. Now, mantra is actually coming from Sanskrit. Now, I know you don't speak Sanskrit, but the word itself meaning mantra, meaning mind instrument, mind vehicle, mind tool, in a sense. So, in a sense, is there to reprogram the mind. Similar with affirmations, you're affirming something to yourself, which is also reprogramming the mind, okay? Whereas affirmations are there to program your mind in the physical world, mantras program your mind in the metaphysical world. So what do I mean by this? So an affirmation is there to improve your performance in your workplace, is there to make you sharper and show up differently, it's there to go through your negative self-sabotaging beliefs and rewire them and override them. And a mantra is something that is sacred, okay? Now, usually mantras are given to you by an instructor or a teacher. Like, for instance, I'm going to be starting transcendental meditation, and the process is a TM practitioner gives you a particular mantra, right? And there are many mantras out there, right? Like Om Namah Shivaya, I bow to Shiva, or Ho'oponopono, which is a Hawaiian mantra or a chant, which teaches you about the process of really releasing any negative memories and associations to soothe the mind or calm the mind. So mantras are there to really calm the mind, right, in a sense, or to get your mind into a trance-like state. It has a very sacred connotation to a deity or a spirituality or the divine in general. I am that I am is a mantra, not an affirmation, okay? Ho'oponopono, I'm sorry, I love you, please forgive me, thank you. One of my favorite affirmations, which I consider also a mantra in my own regard, because this was one of the original affirmations, like the auto-suggestion, which is where the idea of affirmations really came from. It was first introduced by a man named Emile Coué. Now, I don't know if you've heard of this man, but basically he came up with this mantra, or this affirmation in a sense. Auto-suggestion, self-suggestion. Every day in every way is getting better and better. Every day in every way is getting better and better. Also, the affirmation that comes with that is also c'est passé, which is used for pain. So let's say you have some elbow pain, you would go c'est passé, c'est passé, c'est passé. Now, originally, of course, it's French. The man is French, so that's understandable. Now, we can say it's going to pass, it's going to pass, it's going to pass. That doesn't have that sound to it, right? Mantras have a particular sound to them. The word hum, H-A-M, for instance, or om, or hu, H-U, right? These are mantras, right? These are things that get you to tap into a particular frequency. So one is sacred and one is physical and very practical, right? Affirmations are very practical. Mantras are very sacred. Hum opens up the throat chakra, right? As a particular example. Or Om, which is the universal sound or the primordial sound, which is associated a lot to a lot of different mantras. Om Shanti, which is, again, Om alongside Shanti is peace. That's a mantra used for peace, right? So Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Right, that would be a particular mantra. Start to understand and try and tweak these, right? Also, another way of looking at this is the word incantation, as Tony Robbins calls them, incantations. So these words go hand in hand, right? They're essentially the same thing, but the essence of them are very different. Now, hey, it would be cool to say that one is for the mind, one is for the body, and one is for the spirit, right? Affirmations are for the mind, maybe incantations are for the body, and mantras are for the spirit. Like, it'd be cool to say that. However, I would be making a generalization when I say that. If you understand conditioning, Pavlovian conditioning, for instance, right? You get the dog to salivate to the bell. Or anchoring in neuro-linguistic programming. Similar process of that, right? Where you're associating one of your senses to a particular memory and getting yourself to feel that so you can recreate that state. So in similar ways, you really want to understand, like, how is it useful? How is it useful for me? A mantra is usually repeated in meditation, and it has an intent or a purpose. This goes back to thousands of years, right, of people chanting and reciting words and poetry. Swedish researchers found that mantras actually suppress the activity of the default mode network in the brain. This is active during times of self-reflection and self-consciousness. An affirmation is either a negative or positive statement that we repeat over and over again. You could have an affirmation which is negative as well, and you're not even realizing that you're saying it to yourself. Like, let's say, I'm not good enough. That could be an affirmation, but it's in the negative, right? I really like the mantra Soham, which is I am that I am. Even in the translation of Soham, it's just such a powerful Mahavakya, which is a statement of truth or declaration of truth. It just brings you to that state. Anything that you say after I am is very powerful. This is the way to create really proper affirmations if you want them to work for you, not against you, okay? 1, it's got to be in the present tense, okay? You can't say, I'm going to be happy. Then it's going to set it up in the future, and it's going to constantly delay it. You're never going to catch the rabbit, right? You're going to dangle the carrot but never catch the horse, right? You want to make it in the present tense, and you want it to be associated with an emotion. Now, a lot of people miss this opportunity to do this, okay? But actually, I contacted a person who makes affirmations to recreate them into a subliminal bundle, okay, on Fiverr, and she was telling me that this is the process that helps the most. So 1 is there in the present tense. 2, you want them to be associated with an emotion. And 3, you don't want them too overly complex that your subconscious mind can't understand it, or it's going to confuse it with another term or another symbol. You want them to be very personal to you and also make them partly true. Okay, you don't want to have an affirmation that is completely off, right? That's why it's important to prime yourself, starting with things that are 100% true, and then moving into things that are not so true. However, with something like a subliminal bundle, you're repeating it 1 billion or 1 million times, and there is a process to actually do this within 4 minutes. So if the technology, the sound technology, the audio and subliminal technology takes it to that length, we can really start to understand the power of this thing. Now, I've made myself an affirmation file. I'm going to actually share with you a few of my affirmations so that you get an understanding of what I mean, present tense, emotion attached to it, as well as all the things that I mentioned, okay? I'm grateful to be the best flow state coach on the planet. Gratitude is associated with this statement, okay? Let's see, another one. I'm extremely proud to have all of the good of the infinite universe to flow through me. I am full of infinite joy because my chakras are always activated, flowing, and aligned. I am resilient because I have bulletproof social confidence and a thriving social circle. I am comfortable in any environment because wherever I go is my home. Comfort is the feeling associated with that. And then, of course, there's some very expansive ones like I am a drop in the ocean and the entire ocean is within that drop. I love that one. I am fluid and efficient and can enter the flow state on command. I'm naturally guided to all that is needed within my life and it feels like freedom. If you want I have a document, so if you want the 7 affirmations that get you into flow, shoot me a message on Instagram saying flow affirmations, and I'll send them over to you, okay? These are the 7 affirmations that are most important to use if you want to tap into the flow state. I'm loving the millions of lives I'm changing and impacting with my words and coaching business. I'm comfortable being in my own glowing skin because sexiness is my default. Wow, these are really good. These are really good. I'm actually so inspired right now just saying these out loud because I've said them so many times that, it's kind of primed in my mind right now, and I've associated with all of them with a positive state. And also, what was powerful is in the subliminal sound file, right, I had Om in the background, so people chanting in the background actually, so it automatically, that raises your vibration, it increases the electricity. Like Om is a measurement of electricity as well, so it's very interesting to make that correlation, but it just makes you feel alive, right? More energy to do things. It gives you that sharpness, right? The old beliefs might be something else, but now you're adding a new belief. So you take a limiting belief like, I am lazy, and you flip the coin from heads to tails and you think, I am hardworking. That's what you want to do with these affirmations, okay? Now, again, it's important to prime them and state things with conviction. A lot of people, they don't say these mantras or they don't say these affirmations or incantations with conviction. You'll notice Tony Robbins yelling them right as he's saying them. You don't have to yell them particularly, but you want to say them and have the words resonate with you. Not just so you're saying them because you have to say them or you were told in a video like this to say them, but because it's meaningful to you. This is a statement that is meaningful. And when you can find the meaning that is beyond that statement, you can really start to charge yourself and find words that mean something to you. Find words that you resonate with. Okay, why did you use that word love there? Right? I am love. What does that mean to you, that word? Because if you have negative association to love, guess what? It's not a very valuable affirmation before you do the inner work to clear that up, right? So this is really important, guys. So I hope that this video gives you some clarity on that. I also want to state really quickly, we're having Genius Days every Sunday. Okay, every single Sunday we have Genius Days where I get on a Zoom call with 2 other coaches, Ryan and Ivan, who are my very good friends, people who are part of the mentorship that I'm a part of. So we're giving our own video mentorship on body, mind, and business. So really be able to look into that, guys. I'm focusing on the mind element. Yeah, really key here, guys. It's going to be a lot of value, absolutely free. So if you are interested, shoot me a message on Instagram. I'll give you that Zoom link. If you are part of the Flow Jedis, you already know you're going to get that link in the group itself on the Telegram. So I hope you guys are having an incredible day. May the flow be with you and stay legendary. See you next time.